Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you valuable insights on insurance topics. In today's video, we'll be discussing an important clause that you may find in your homeowner's or renter's insurance policy, the Guests Effects Clause. Have you ever wondered what happens if your guest's personal belongings are damaged, destroyed, or stolen while they're staying at your place? When guests visit your home, workplace, or even hotels as paying customers, their expectations are that you will provide an environment which is conducive for them as well as their belongings. However, things may not go as per expectations and your guests may lose their valuable through theft or damage of any kind. If this happens, that's where the Guests Effects Clause comes into play. Let's look at what it means and how it operates. What is the Guests Effects Clause? The Guests Effects Clause in insurance typically refers to a policy extension to offer coverage to protect the personal belongings of guests or visitors who are temporarily residing in a policyholder's property. This clause is commonly found in homeowners insurance or domestic package policy, renters insurance policies, any policy covering hotels or any business dealing with accommodation including travel waiting lounges. The Guests Effects Clause typically extends coverage to personal property brought onto the insured premises by guests, such as clothing, jewelry, electronics, and other valuable items. If these items are damaged, destroyed, or stolen while the guest is staying at the insured location, the insurance policy may provide coverage for their loss or damage, subject to the terms and conditions of the policy. The coverage under the Guests Effects Clause is usually limited and subject to certain policy limits or sublimits. These limits can vary depending on the insurance company and the specific policy. It's important for policyholders to review their insurance policy to understand the extent of coverage provided for guests' personal belongings. It's worth noting that coverage under the Guests Effects Clause is typically secondary to the guest's own insurance coverage. If the guest has their own renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance policy, they may need to file a claim under their own policy first before the Guests Effects Clause coverage can be applied. As with any insurance coverage, it's important to carefully review the terms, conditions, and exclusions of the policy to fully understand the coverage provided under the Guests Effects Clause. If you have specific questions about your insurance policy or coverage, it's recommended to consult with your insurance provider or an insurance professional for clarification. Simply put, the Guests Effects Clause provides coverage for the personal belongings of your guests or visitors who are temporarily residing in your home or rental property. It's like an extra layer of protection for their valuables while they're under your roof. Coverage and limitations. Now, it's important to note that the coverage under the Guests Effects Clause is usually limited and subject to certain policy limits or sublimits. These limits can vary depending on your insurance company and the specific policy you have. Types of covered belongings. The clause typically covers a wide range of personal property brought onto your premises by your guests, such as clothing, jewelry, electronics, and other valuable items. So, if any of these items are damaged, destroyed, or stolen during their stay, the insurance policy may provide coverage for their loss or damage. Secondary coverage. However, it's essential to understand that coverage under the Guests Effects Clause is generally secondary to the guest's own insurance coverage. This means that if your guest has their own renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance policy, they may need to file a claim under their own policy first before the Guests Effects Clause coverage can be applied. Review your policy. As with any insurance coverage, it's crucial to carefully review the terms, conditions, and exclusions of your policy to fully understand the coverage provided under the Guests Effects Clause. It's a good idea to consult with your insurance provider or an insurance professional if you have specific questions or need clarification. Final thoughts. To wrap it up, the Guests Effects Clause is designed to offer protection for your guests' personal belongings while they're staying with you. It's a helpful provision to ensure that your visitors' valuable items are covered in case of unforeseen events. That's it for today's video. We hope this information sheds some light on the Guests Effects Clause in insurance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insurance insights. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.